Hey, what is up, guys? It's Guiltspire here, and welcome back to Dead by Daylight. Hey, how you doing today on this marvelous Saturday afternoon? Hopefully, having an amazing day. Alright. So we have a few things going on today as we'll be playing some Dead by Daylight in COTF for sample text. Speaking of, let me jump on into their Team VC while I have a moment.
Yeah, you did.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Who's? Oh, hey, Gil.
Well,
I'm scrimming a different team right now.
Alright. Let me know if we're doing any practice.
Oh, I normally hit that shit. That's unfortunate. Like, I feel like that should have hit.
Alright. And thank you much for reminder to hydrate. Thank you. So, I think I mentioned it yesterday, but I'll mention it again today. I know that we were initially going to do Kill Your Friends today, and then I looked at my schedule of events today, and I'm like, I don't know if we have enough time. So, we have the COTF match from 2 to 4, which means I'm practicing with my team from 1 to 2. Then I'm going to decide whether or not we're going to do from 4 to 5 pubs, or if I'm just going to end stream at 4, take a breather from 4 to 6, stream COTF from 6 to 8, and then I think I'm going to do a second stream from like 9 to 3:30 or 10 to 3:30. One way or another. It's going to be like either a 9 to 3 or a 10 to 3. We'll probably actually, you know what? We'll probably do a 10 to 3. There's a lot going on today. Hence why I think the Kill Your Friends, if we were to do it, would be tomorrow. Otherwise, I might simply just push it back until the end of the 60 million blood, the 60 million blood point challenge, which will be at the end of 30 days. We're on day 5 today. Day 5. Day 5 sounds right. Day 6. Day 5 or 6. One way or another. So, thinking about that. Also, wanting to quickly respond to all things in whatchamacallit, Discord. There's a lot going on with COTF and whatnot. As per usual, on the day of COTF, things can get a bit hectic. Alright, I think I've gotten most things taken care of, though. Which is relieving. Alright. Looks good. Yo, what's up, Peter? How goes it? How you doing today? Hopefully doing well. Alright. I saw your messages. Let me actually take a look at those real quick. Happy to hear that things are going well. And no worries, my friend, no worries. I completely understand. We'll talk more after my stream. I would love to chat more with you and figure some stuff out. I do have more projects for you when you are available. But I understand life can be hectic, so don't you worry, my friend. I completely understand. Alright. So far, looks like we are good. And yo, what's up, Melko? How goes it? How goes it? And Shelby, I also respond to you. You're good to simply text, as long as you're able to communicate in Discord, get people's builds going, confirm with me that builds are good, whatnot. We should be fine for 6. We have Vile Vega reffing the 2 to 4. Still need to confirm on Amy for the 4 to 6. And then the 6 to 8 will be you. I'll be in Discord and do my normal stuff. I just can't actually talk. Exactly. No worries. No worries. I really do hope that you feel better soon. And I'm doing well, Melko. Doing well. A little bit all over the place. A little bit scattered right now, if you can't tell. Because I have a lot of things. Saturdays and Sundays are always a bit hectic because I have my own league that I'm doing. Some days are better than others. Today started off a bit hectic. I feel like I did get a bit of a late start on it, to be fair. But we should be good to go. Alright, I think I just need to confirm the 4 p.m. ref, but that's about it. Giraffe, out of curiosity, would you... How do you make Discord stop telling about threads? I think you can just click the exit button on the dialogue box and it should stop. It hasn't talked to me about it in a while, but I could be mistaken. But I've gotten that a lot too, so it's not just you. But yes, Giraffe, would you potentially be available for the 4 p.m. CST? In case Amy is not available? Don't want to make Vega do back-to-back ones if need be. If not, then I'll have Vega available. Alright, let's see. What are you playing today? Nope, that's the wrong buttons. All the wrong buttons. Potentially have to make sure we have enough team members available. Oh wait, that's right. You guys are playing, right? Are you? Sorry, for some reason I thought that you were not playing today. So never mind. Scratch that. Ignore that request. At worst comes to worst, Val Vega, it will ref. All good, all good. Completely missed out on that one. Killer wise. Let's make sure I do have my build, however. And let's see. Where is it? There it is. And there it is. Yes and yes. Okay. So we're good there on me boy, Mr. Pyramid Head. Who we're going to play as today. We're starting off on Suffocation Pit, followed by Blood Lodge. Alright, alright, alright. Not too shabby. We got confirmation that the 6 p.m., by the way, is an exhibition match due to the fact that Legacy had a roster issue. So Torment gets to win by default. We have UA versus how do we get here at 4. Alright. Looks like we should begin. Well, I don't know what's going on with ST, if we're going to actually do a scrim or a practice or not. Maybe we'll check. Hello. We're gonna
Did she go second? No, she didn't.
We're going to run a practice beforehand or no? I know you are
I
right
hope
now.
so.
I mean, if we do, it's going to be closer to 1:30.
Oh, okay.
No one's here. No one's here.
So
Kieran's
in that
not here
case,
out.
I'll run pubs.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. I'm sorry.
No worries. Does anyone know where Amy is by chance?
I haven't seen her today.
Okay. Because Amy's a ref for 4. I just want to see if they're still available. If not, then I have a backup, so.
Have you DM'd her?
Added, but not DM'd.
I would directly DM her.
Okay.
I want to know where the fuck this guy's from. That's what I want to know.
Oh my
Like, how on... How on earth?
Yeah.
Alright, well, in that case, I'm going to jump in pubs.
Right.
Alright. Oh, that was Vice, yeah. A lot of my team on ST is from the EU, so That was Vice talking there. Alright. So I think I have everything taken care of. We have Valvega Ruffin 2. We have Valvega's back up for 4. We have Shelby for 6. Co-host is going to be Valvega at 6. Remind me, Fire Gems, are you able to ref or no? I forget if I've had you ref yet. I know I've had you obviously co-host. You co-hosted many of times. Okay, you've never refed? Okay. In that case, don't worry about it right now. Don't want you to have to make that last minute commitment. So at worst comes to worst, we have Valvega at 2 and 4. All good. Okay. So it looks like Amy is not available. I just want to learn, but I've never rep for anything. You're fine, you're fine. I mean, realistically speaking, with the Excel file that I've created, it is nothing but checking off boxes. So in that case, let me let you know at Via Vega, unless someone else is available, you'll be referee for the 4 p.m. CST match as well. All right. All right. Well, in that case, let me get this document over to them while we're still loading into this match, which the queues were like instantaneous for me for quite some while. Then at some point last night, they just kind of died off. It's kind of strange. It was like a switch was flipped. It was very odd. This is UA versus how did we get here? And let's share these. Or not. There we go. Copy this link. And Vile Vega. And copy that link. And that is for everyone else to see. All right, and then I'll get you your scorecard, Shelby, momentarily for Torment versus Legacy. Feel bad for Ocean. They keep asking if I'll be commentating any of their games. I mean, realistically speaking, I'm pretty sure you guys have commentated one of their games, right? Or wait, no, Ocean's UA. Ocean's UA. And they're not gonna be commentated on today. Yeah, you haven't any of Oceans. That's true. Let you know if you have any issues. Sounds like a plan. I do appreciate it. Doesn't want to do 2 games in a row for any reason. I can take over the 2 p.m. Let me... If you're fine doing that, Giraffe, then yes, I do want to do that because I don't like making people do a double shift if I can help it. So in that case, I'll have you take over the 2. Valvega will take over the 4. Shelby on the 6. Okay, thank you. I do appreciate that. I mean, you're already here in chat, right? So I guess that makes sense. So in that case, could you, during this match, so Valvega doesn't have like a whiplash, could you let them know that you'll be taking over the 2 and they'll be taking over the 4? I can grab you the link real quick for the 2. That's CA versus ST. Copy that. I literally just tried to message you that via in-game chat in Twitch. That would not have worked. I guess that technically would have worked. Perfect. There we go. All right. There we go. That should be much better. And we have roughly 30 minutes. I guess this, since this is pubs, I guess this will count towards our 60 million blood point challenge. Won't count towards a win streak for obvious reasons. but this will count towards the 60 million blood point challenge. So we'll keep this. This is end of, this is beginning of day 5. Yeah, beginning of day 5. Or end of day, no, beginning of day 6. Correction, day 5. Why do the things you do? End of day 5. There we go. Azarov's resting place. This is actually really, really funny that we got this map because this is basically Suffocation Pit in a nutshell, and that's the map I will be playing on. Scratch marks back here. Love to see it. Honestly, this map is a lot better for me than Suffocation Pit is, but c'est la vie. Interesting. We saw the scratch marks out, but we didn't see where they went. That's odd. Well, basically, more or less, I'm going to play this in a very similar way that it plays Suffocation Pit. So there is a 4-gen over here. Maybe we play the 4-gen rather than the 3-gen. We lose this gen, we play the other side. Alright, there's 2. Yeah, I think we played this side, surprisingly enough. It's very rare for me to do so, but it looks like there's a 4-gen over here. Yo, what's up, Iconics? Long time no see, my friend. How you been today? Hope you're doing well. Alright, there is a pallet coming up on the left. There's the Yui. Hit you, Claudie. She insta-drops. You're still in this corner, however. Animation block you. Been good, doing pretty well, man, doing pretty well. What have you been up to as of late, if anything much? Alright, let's make sure we hook in our 3-gen. We're gonna play this like it's comp practice, basically. Because we have our little pocket 3-gen here. And then we have a 4th-gen that we can also patrol pretty cleanly. Unfortunately, Ruin is on the other side of the map. But that's not the end of the world. The survivors are not gonna be happy with me playing this like it's comp, but I could care less. At the end of the day, I need my practice before my match. So, yep, there's one. That's fine. So, we might as well patrol out. We hear them on this gen. There's Claude. I can't, even if you're injured, I can't commit to that chase. Because if they unhook and immediately jump on that gen, that's 40 seconds until it's finished. Not to mention Claude's healed. Oh, not as Yui. Claude was the one on hook. Right. And case in point, 80 seconds on that gen. You no longer have DS, though. You really want to get tormented, Claudie girl. Good dodge. There's a filler pallet, so I can take my time here if I really did want. Really? I'm shocked that that actually hit me. The pallet hitboxes are so strange sometimes. They really are. That's one in chase. That's fine. That's 2 in chase. And we know that this is already a dead zone over here. They have a pallet. Nope, they have the vault. Which they fake. They go for the pallet next. Yep, not really many outs there. Now they're gonna play into my 3-gen after this. Speak of the devil, and they shall appear. There's Jill. Body blocking Pyramid Head is rough. Because of that exact reason. I can still play through it. Alright, let's get them, keep them in my 3-gen for now. I don't need to really leave my 3/4-gen. Yep, we have 1, 2, 3. Ruin's on the other side, so unless they take the time to hunt Ruin. There's Yui. That's brilliant timing. And it looks like they haven't gone for the unhook yet. Was that dead hard? Hard to say. Thank you, I'm all ears. And once again, let's hook in our 3-gen. If they go for the unhook, I can kill that person off of that hook. Especially as they're about to go to second stage. They did not, however. There's Jill. We'll have her... Actually, let's go for Jill. They're going for this unhook here as well. I can ignore DS. On the L wall. Now onto the T. And we ignore now. Once she's left our 3-gen. There's a little line in the middle of the map that you need to cross, basically. Let's ignore you. There's Yui. Excellent timing. Where are we heading off to, Yui, my girl? I hear this gen being worked on. There's Jill. Well, even if you had DS before, you don't have DS now. Alright, let's send you to the other side of the map. I'll make sure that we're good here. There's Claudie. There's a sprint burst. We're going to ignore you because Kate was over here on this gen. Yep, that's 2 people. Alright, Kate lost a lot of distance. Let's hit you. And we're gonna drag her into this hook. Yeah, there's Yui, there's Ruin. Ruin doing its job still really well, actually. Which means Claude has to go for the uncage, which is gonna be on this side of the map, which is good. There's the uncage. So we're actually in a really good spot. We can actually chase halfway across the map now if we want. Because no one's on gens on that side, my 4-gen. Alright. And now they have to make their way back, so now we can box them out or have an injured Yui go get her. And then there's Claudette. Alright, perfect. Everyone's injured. Gens are getting regressed. Claude's going for the unhook as we speak, so we go for Claude. This is pretty much perfect. Now we go for Claude. She'll vault. There's I'm all ears. The dodge. That was a close one, Claude. I'll be real. I don't know if you really wanted to cut it that close. You're tormented now. Which means if I want to send them out from our 3-gen, I could. Did she dodge that? How in the world did she dodge that? Huh, fair enough. I hear Claudie. There's Yui, however. Let's go for Yui, since you're still injured. There's the fast vault. You seem pretty confident on that one. I don't know why you'd why you'd vault that, honestly. But it doesn't matter. Do you think the Banana Man has banana phone? I mean, if it does, we'd probably call a way of escape. Or this match ain't gonna too well for them. Alright. Now let's patrol. Hear this gen being worked on? doesn't look like anyone's here. Let's go back for the unhook. So far, no one's there. Scratch marks coming in or going out? Going out. That's fine. You guys are in a world of hurt at this point. We're kind of just grinding out value bit by bit. Let's say they're in middle. Oh, you actually got past me. Who is that? Claudette? Probably Claudette. Yeah, BT. There's Ruin gone. There's Kate. Yeah, like, I was gonna freaking go for the BT hit, Kate. Come on now. What, am I crazy? Ruin might be gone. Painful. Ruin might be gone, but we still have Pop for a reason. We'll have to commit to this chase now. She doesn't have many outs here, though. This will be another down. Unfortunate that pallet stun occurred, but not the end of the world. Still have that 4-gen backing us up. They haven't been on it long either. Check the ones to the right. There's Jill, there's Claude. Hit Jill. Let's pop the gen. And Claude isn't too far away, I think. She went back for the gen. I have no idea where she went, though. Oh, she must have went behind me, on long side. There's Claude. Ignore her for a second. This is Yui, then. Dead hard into nothing. And I don't know what she was doing, but whatever it was, it worked. She is freaking just going around and around circles. Alright, let's put you up on a hook. We'll pop that gen now. Now we're starting to reduce resources. Alright, that's fine. That's not the end of the world. We still have a 3-gen to work with. Claudie, my dear. There's a sprint burst. We're gonna head off to next. On my ears, give me all the info I need. Excellent. Let's actually... No, actually, let's not cage you. Thought you were dead. I was gonna do a final judgment. Now, I see that they're going back for that gen. So, we have Pop in hand now. Yep, let's pop it. Flash mine. Let's go back for the unhook. As we see the scratch marks incoming. And we can go for Claude since she doesn't have DS available. She held W that time, rough. Now, Jill could still be out here. So we let them go. There's Jill. Perfect timing. Good fake. And that's a life, it looks like. How do we play this? Long side L wall. Get the hit. There's Claude. She's 99. And you're now in a dead zone of no exhaustion perks. There's Kate trying to set up for the flashlight save. Yep, like I said, Kate. See you a mile away, my girl. So let's hook you. Now we have Pop in hand and one less survivor to contest with. Kate's going out back to Pseudo Shack. And we should be good to go. That's not close enough, my dear. Claw heals herself. Kate's now dead. And if this was comp, I would actually slug out for the 4K, but since it's pubs, let's just end their misery and suffering. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this was pretty apt that this was the suffocation pit in a nutshell. So we just played to our outs. We saw the 4-gen, we played the 4-gen, and works out in our favor. Like, honestly, if you want to win on maps like Cepho or Resting Place, that's pretty much what you need to do. Just pick a side. Yo, what's up, Beast? How goes it? How goes it? How you doing today, my friend? Alright, next question. Where's the hatch? Oh, Claude already found it. But GG, well played to these survivors. Alright, let's catalog these blood points real quick. 8,000, 2671, 8,000, 7,200 on 0 stacks of barbecue. And let's fix this real quick. Perfect. 25,000 blood points. Lucky Charms time. Doing pretty well, doing pretty well. Cannot complain.
They were so greedy.
Yeah, they greeted. I can't get a hold of Kieran.
Oh shit, we play in like 20 minutes.
I
Yes.
know, and I can't get a hold of Kieran. I've messaged him and added him in Discord, and I.
Let me try to call him in Snapchat.
Okay.
I mean, they're in the call, but I imagine that they haven't responded.
No.
Well,
I was trying to get at least one game before.
well, it was rather lucky of me. My pubs match was on Resting Place, basically just Cepho.
I didn't technically do bad in any of the games. I did alright, which isn't good enough.
Was it at
You
least
know?
a 6-hook 2K?
Oh yeah, I got
Every game will take
minimum.
2K.
My minimum game was a 2K 9-hook minimum.
Oh, in that
but
case,
I
you're
got
fine.
I got a 3-hook. No, 3-hook. Fucking hell! I got a 3-kill 11 stage just then. Does it count in stages or hooks?
Hooks
Do you
and
get less
then there's
points for
progressions.
stages?
He got progressions, but he got a 3K.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're fine. If you can put up
Yeah.
those numbers, then it doesn't matter.
Kieran,
I'm gonna reset my game though. I need dodgier internet.
It's fine. I'm alive.
dodgy your internet.
Hi.
My playing Survivor, by the way.
No,
Okay, just go.
just the killer. Yeah.
If you'll set a lobby.
Are you
and set a
streaming
game
all of our
though.
games or?
Yeah, I'll be streaming today's games.
Okay.
On Champions or?
No,
Channel?
on mine.
Okay.
From 1 to 5 is my stream time, and then the 6 to 8 will be COTF. That'll be Legacy
right.
and Torment.
Yeah.
But Legacy's taking the default loss because they didn't have enough of a roster, and then Torment's allowing
Oh, they're
them.
not playing tonight.
Technically, they're not, so it's an exhibition match because Legacy took the loss because they don't have enough people for a match. They then asked to be able to have someone added, and I made a decision if that is the case, basically just offer the other team, hey, in this case, Legacy is going to take the loss. Would you allow them
But
to
they're
play?
gonna play just to play.
Yeah, exactly. Would you want to play just to play?
Okay.
They said yes, so it's going to be an exhibition match.
What do you think though? What do you think about the Tinker and Blood Lodge? I'm really not sure about it. Like, don't get me wrong, it's really good info, but it's also like later game. If they do manage to get the three, one, sometimes you don't even get like a decent 3 gen because obviously I don't have any range, so like it's minimum blink, fatigue, blink, and Tinkerer is gone by then. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
Tinkerer, but like the gen is gone by then. So I don't know.
I think Tinker Range Nurse is good. Tinker Charge Nurse is a bit more meh.
Like, it's
That's
good
me.
info, and I did manage to stop a couple of gens. Don't get me wrong, I did. But when you know they have it, you know they have it. Like, if I leave Chase, they're coming back to gen. It's not hard to say that. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. But still, if Nurse can surprise because she'll be nowhere and then all of a sudden she's just there. I mean, the question is, what do you run otherwise?
I was thinking maybe Ruin Haunted Pop Corrupt.
I was gonna suggest that.
I mean, it's not bad.
No, in my like Ruin would go first.
Do we have enough for one game, like a practice match?
We only have
Like
15 minutes.
17 minutes. Yeah.
I think we can. I think we can do it. I'm back in the game. I'll invite you guys to a lobby.
Well, Gilts,
I can
are you
spectate.
gonna survive? Okay. Well, we don't have enough survivors unless you play survivor.
Oh, in that case, yeah, play Survivor. That's fine.
I want to try out. I mean, I know you know, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Like, they knew my build in their scrim, so it's what it is. I'm still torn on what I want to wear. I know that's so stupid, but...
Vice. Subjective says Tunnel Kieran out.
Tunnel Kieran out. Deal.
Checked it.
I'm gonna see if my, Let me just open 14 ninja streams and I'm ready to go.
Okay, Dazzy.
Alright, let's see. Let me just drop my build and chat real quick.
Do you need me to try deafen so you can...
Yeah.
You have to be quick with builds though.
I'm not. Yeah, but like.
We have some builds already pre-ready.
I was
But,
gonna use
like,
the
I
last
just
one I
opened
used,
my-
yeah.
I just opened my PC. I need to. I opened my team and stuff. Like, are we sure we can get it in time?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna replace this. Approved.
No, Gilts, we've got builds already. We'll send you one.
I was just gonna use the same one that I used last time, the bot prove resilience self-care, unless you want me to use BT instead. Oh, you already used prove. Okay, in that case I can stick on resilience.
No, use the build that I've sent.
Built detective sprint streetwise. Totem hunter build. Where's builds? And streetwise. Alright. I'm good in that case with that build.
Taking mine.
Oh, to answer your question, Summer, in order to make alerts for your stream on mobile, you theoretically wouldn't be able to. Also subjective. Don't harass Summers. They're joking, by the way, Summers. But in all reality, you're not able to make alerts while on mobile unless you're streaming through a third-party service that then streams your stream to Twitch. So, I think it's called Lightstream. Is the only service that I know of. I don't know if it's available for PS4. So you'd have to check if Lightstream is available. If Lightstream is available, then yes, you'd be able to. Sure. What's up, mate? Does work at PS4? Okay. Lightstream was a freaking godsend when I used to stream on Mixer. That was so nice when I played on Xbox Mixer. Oh, could have overlays and everything. So nice. So Lightstream would be the best option for you, Summers. You'd be able to set up alerts. You'd be able to set... alerts? I'm not sure. Overlays, yes. Alerts, I'm not sure about, though. I remember back in the day when it's still in beta, overlays were a thing. I don't think alerts were. But I'm about to jump into this next match.
Nice.
Got 7.
I put it in
Blood
practice.
Lodge. Yeah.
I put it in the practice channel.
Yeah, thank you.
Even if you made an alert box on Streamlabs, Summers, because you're not on PC, and you wouldn't be able to have it sync up to your stream. That's the problem. So even if you have it set up on Streamlabs, it's not going to work. That's the problem there. Unless you have a computer that's tied to it via a capture card.
I know it is, but you know, we need to get back up there.
What?
You know, shit happens, but
I just feel disappointed. That's all.
about
We'll talk about it later.
okay. Well, later is later, and now is now. You know.
I know.
This is true.
I'm
You
getting
know?
it together.
You know what they say, right? Yesterday's history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift, and that's why they call it present.
Man of wise words there, Alex.
I did not definitely copy a very famous cartoon with Asian content.
Alex, I thought I told you to preheat the oven to 350 already.
I spawned 9.
Yep.
I spawned with the guilds at 9 as well.
There's
Going
also
up to
an
11.
exit.
Corrupted.
Are we waiting for Rock out?
I spawned at 9, there's no
Might
corrupt.
not be a bad idea against Nurse, but you also don't have much time before the match.
No, we should just get on gens, because if she finds us and no one's on gens, then we've just lost a ton of gen progress potentially.
True. I found a totem on 1. Do you want me to cleanse it? It's probably
She's
haunted.
on
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, cleanse.
Okay, you're hit. Then that's perfect timing.
You
I'm
need
already
to run
starting
Candy
up.
because I'm also here.
I'm leaving. Where's everyone?
Main's corrupted, so try and
I'm
head
starting
there.
9.
9.
Keep her to... Yeah, bring it to 12-ish.
I'm on 4.
Trim him down.
I'm just not good against a nurse. What else to
I
say?
mean... Nurse breaks mechanics of the game. Not really much to... as I be bad against.
She's giving me like mid.
I know. I'm
Headache
gonna switch
hurts in
to the
mine.
6.
I would not cleanse any more totems, by the way.
I'm saving. She's popping 9 properly.
We get this gen.
I don't have DT.
I'm saving for a gen.
Okay.
For a gen, belly.
20 seconds left for corrupt.
I'm going to 6.
I'm gonna wait at 1.
I'm coming to 1 to heal, and we can get on it after corrupt.
Yeah, because you'll be healed by the time.
On me. 9.
Gilts, where are you?
I'm on 6.
On me from bus.
Stay in that area, Albert.
Yeah.
Void shack.
Yeah, Void Shack.
Damn it, there's a rock there. Fuck.
Already halfway on this gen.
I have Delhi. So. She's blink towards the double gen. Yeah, she's blink towards the double
Deli
gen. No,
Alex.
I'm waiting for the blink.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because that makes her make a decision.
Yeah, she does.
We should do 11 now, can we?
I'm getting 11. I'm on 11.
She's pointing back.
There's another totem there, but I don't check.
Yeah, yes,
I'm on the middle gen.
Just keep that totem in mind.
Yeah, I have seen
She's
two.
not
I've
on
seen
me.
2 lips.
Yeah, we don't touch them, fortunately.
I can't believe she fucked up this thing. That's fine.
Call outs, Alex. Call outs.
I'm running towards 9 as a
I'm on 11.
She's on middle. Heading towards 8.
She's on 9. I'm headed to Fun Buzz.
Kieran, you want to get the unhook?
Yeah, I can.
You guys hear me?
I
Fuck.
got hit through the window.
I'm
Yeah, I'm
not
sorry,
gonna
my
unhook
Discord
till
is
she
doing
wins.
Discord things.
He's on me on
Look at
6.
this power.
Oh, those pocos.
The hits are nasty kills.
Fucking VPN killer, I swear. Behind you, Alex.
Yeah. I'm resetting. Guilt at 3.
This gen isn't close enough, is it?
No.
it's not.
I gen tab, but they have pop.
9 still has progress, and I don't think he kicked it yet. I think he's going to.
No, he's on Alex and I. He's going for Alex for the kill. Are they on you?
I'm gonna keep her shack. On me.
You want me to try and take aggro?
Yeah, take aggro guilds. And they let's not
Ah.
heal.
Have let's Lily stay behind you to try and hit box block.
Like,
It's so hard to body block a nurse.
maybe if you give her long enough.
Nope. He's on me still.
We're pushing 9.
I'm down. You're gonna get up in time?
We are.
Thank God. She's going back for me now. She's actually looking around for you. She'll pick me up
Yeah,
though.
fine.
I'm going main. I'm heading main. Not on me. Guys, can I get a reset on Blood Lodge?
Yeah, I'm heading bot
Kieran's
now.
going for reset.
Yeah, there's Blood Lodge, there's 11, and then there's Middle Gen.
Did you guys get 9 just now?
Yeah. They're going to you.
I'm hiding around shack.
They're going to the heal right now. I'm sure you already know.
Guilds I don't have borrow. We need
How
to
does
move.
that hit me?
That's fine. They're on them.
Okay.
Nice, Alex.
I'm gonna go to 11 if you want to jump on Middle Gen. That would just put some gen pressure.
11 actually has some progress.
I can go after
Good.
you. I
Okay.
have, am I lagging?
I don't
Your
know.
heal was complete.
How much progress has 11 got?
We're not there yet. I don't know.
Okay, I think you might have been on it. Oh, 11's 30%?
She's going to 11. I'm at this one in like the middle area.
Yeah, stick on that.
It's just started.
He's on me.
now.
I'm gonna try and keep her bloodlodge and take her away.
Now take her to Shack's.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I'm like on Shack though.
No,
so
I'm going to
fine.
the left of Shack's side. You're good, you're good. I'm staying away from you, I know where you're at. Alright, I've taken her as far away from 11 as I could. So you should be fine, Kieran.
It's about 80.
Yeah, you're fine. You will need 2 blinks to get you, I think. 2 sets of blinks. And Candy's also in the middle, so just leave me on hook. Get that jump.
Comes to me.
He's going to you, Kieran,
I
now.
think she's going to 11 now.
Perfect timing. These ice skates are god awful.
Ash is at that big rock. Or that truck.
You have to go. Actually, no, let's heal first. You're probably gonna. Oof. Basement?
I just got fucking pockets to shit, yeah. Reset, stealth, and get doors.
Yeah.
Where's the other
Go
door?
to
9?
go to the one that's on the other
9,
side of Blood Lodge, right across from us. Go to the one to the right. Let me know if she's on you. She's right now looking at that exit gate.
I think she camps us here.
Yeah, get 9.
Nope,
And you
she's
get
on.
No, she's
She's
not
coming.
gonna leave me. There's no way she does.
She's on me at Fun Bus, but
Like-
she's going back.
Okay, she's going back. That's what I thought. I'm 9-9 this door right now.
Just play it safe. Like, it's not worth saving me. We don't have BT. I don't have DS.
How's your
Did you
door?
get your door, Gil?
No.
Almost done. Can you get to me?
I'm gonna try. I'm having to go really wide though.
Go wide all the way up to like the shack. Wait, I'll just open. Don't get hatched when Kieran dies.
I'm on my way now if you want to take the body block. Because she's about to blink to me.
You're not injured.
You say that, but nurse can make up a lot of distance. There we go.
Yeah. I was trying to heal tech you so hard, and I couldn't. But it didn't matter.
Alright, I believe we're surviving first.
We
Yeah.
are, yes.
I'm pretty sure they're ready.
Yeah, okay. Let's jump into the match everyone was playing.
Kieran,
Okay.
you're not injured. Shut up.
It wasn't a horrendous game.
No, you
Like-
did really good. You pockets me
Um,
shit at basement.
Thank you.
No, that's not a compliment.
I take that as the highest compliment.
Like, I was literally halfway down basement stairs, right? Because obviously, who the fuck runs to basement when they're being chased? He swung and fucking hit me.
I'm gonna invite
Oh,
you
no, you
guys
did
to
really
D's
good.
lobby.
The
What do you think about the Haunted? I mean, you were so lucky you got my fucking ruined.
yeah, I
first.
think haunted
so
is a
lucky.
good shout. Like, even if you don't get haunted off, you've still
Oh,
got
okay.
pop.
So am I surviving? or
Yeah.
No, it's me, Sonny.
no? Okay,
Candy, and
I got
Alex.
Candy. I'm gonna spec her.
So
You will.
isn't
Sonny.
Geeky spectating? Doesn't Geeky do the score sheet?
Yeah, except because
Oh.
I'm streaming, I'm gonna spectate the match and just commentate, basically.
Okay.
Vice.
Yeah.
I think that he shouldn't be so afraid to play more aggressively when someone is in basement.
What do you mean when someone's in basement?
Like
At the end.
at the end, Kieran was in basement, and you could have gotten an easy 3K, I think.
Well, I wanted to make sure that he died because he was worth the most out of all three of them,
Yeah, I had
point-wise.
the most
Okay.
points on me.
And I saw Guilt, and I was gatekeeping because, like, I knew that they had that gate 99, but I saw Guilt's on the other gate, so I was trying to, like, gatekeep him on that side of the map and keep Kieran in basement.
All right.
So,
Yeah,
but when I
I've-
saw Kieran, I was like, there's no way that Candy can come across now, so I obviously went after Guilt, and if Candy wasn't such a... I was gonna call her a cock block, but, like,
Yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean. Yeah, I would have picked up Guilt, too.
Alright, I'm moving to in match.
Alright.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Heels tunnel Kieran out, please.
I'll somehow manage to tunnel Kieran out while also you know, playing against CA. We'll do. Somehow just spawn a fifth survivor. Sounds like a good plan. All right. Well, we are back with more Champions of the Fog. We're currently waiting on our last member of Sample Text to join Survivor's side. And once I'm given the go-ahead from Giraffe, who, by the way, I'm going to go into live if you want to join me. Wait, no, this is Giraffe. This is Giraffe right now. Right. So if you want to join me in live, you're more than welcome to. But we should be good. Man, that last out was dicey. That's all I'm gonna say on that nurse match. I was scared for that for sure. We got some
Yeah, I
more
like
food.
you're not injured.
I was like, you're not injured. You'll be fine. I'm like, no, lies and slander. I'm going down. It's a freaking nurse. You're never safe.
Where I joined a team voice channel instead of opening their text channel.
Done that plenty of times. Alright, so it is CA on Cepho Pit, followed by me on Cepho Pit, followed by ST on Blood Lodge, followed by CM Blood Lodge. Okay. And the scorecard is working right for you, right?
Yes.
Cool. Alright. In that case, we just need to get the builds all set up, and we should be good to go. Also, yeah, I'm not going to be taking a look
Waiting.
at killer side, just looking at survivor side.
I'm just waiting on 2 more survivor builds.
Sounds good. So far, so good as far as the builds. How's everyone doing now that I have more time to actually look at chat? Hopefully all doing well. And also, I feel like I messaged sub. Travesty, thank you much for the sub, by the way. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you much for the reminder to hydrate, TH. I do appreciate that. Vibing, looking at a game that looks very fun coming out in 2020. What game, out of curiosity, Fire Gems? There's a decent amount coming out in 2020. I've also heard really good things the last few days about Halo Infinite. Apparently people are raving about it. That's pretty good. I mean, Elden Ring I'm wicked excited for. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a freaking Dark Souls fan. And so I'm wicked excited for Elden Ring. Stray. What the hell is Stray?
We are good to go.
Good to go. Sounds like a plan to me. Got Halo Access Infinite, and I'm honestly not sure why. I don't know, but at the same time, I've gotten really good feedback on it thus far. Wait, why does shout out TH? Oh, my bad. And even ever played Halo? I'm not sure. Even signed up for it. I wonder if it's something, Shelby. I wonder if it's something to do with the stream, the game site you use. I wonder if that's something for it. Stray looks amazing. I'll have to look into it. I'm also so sad that Dark Souls Remasters is a Sony exclusive. Yeah, same here, Subjective. I'm literally going to buy Demon Soul or PS5 just for Demon Souls. Like, literally, that is going to be my only reason for having a PS5. I'm not even going to lie. Alright, alright. Well, we are jumping on into this first match of round 6 of COTF. I think it's a little bit larger, like right there should be good. Let's double check. Close but no cigar. There we go, much better. And looks like we see a nurse on the side of Cerebral Assassins on Suffocation Pit. I will say I'm a little bit surprised to see nurse on this map. It can be good if you play right, but Suffocation Pit is so painful. Is this a tournament right now? It is. Yep. This is round 6 of COTF, Champions of the Fog. Cerebral Assassins versus Sample Text. Ooh, that was a good hit on Kieran. And Kieran's out of no man's land. Needs a dead hard here, but does not get it. And will be going down for an early first down. They'll be going up on a hook, and they have a pretty nice Corrupt Intervention 3-gen here. It's just going to be hard for ST to get around. Looks like Nurse is going to be kind of hanging out around in their Corrupt Gens. I mean, honestly, it's not a bad idea. There is Ruin in play, as we do see that popping off there. Getting a bit aggressive on those swings, leaving that hook, I think, maybe a little bit early. I will say, I am happy not to be in this match. I feel like I do very poorly against Nurse. So happy to not be in this match, to say the least. But the good news is, our players like Vice, on the hand, being a Nurse main, really knows how to play against Nurse quite well. And so I think it's going to be interesting to see if Osaka here is going to be able to actually get a hit on Vice or not. And as soon as I say, apparently they do. No gens have gone out, however. And so we are down with a second hook. Osaka putting down some really good gen pressure here. 2 downs within 2 minutes. That is some pretty good stuff. And I do believe that ST is currently in trouble. Question of the day is, what will Osaka do now? Will they camp out this area, try and get the second stage on Vice? Will they move over to their other 3-gen, which is no longer corrupted? You know, honestly, if I was them, I would pick a side, stick to it, and not leave. And that might be what they're doing now. They might have made the decision now and are just going to stay on this side of the map. The problem with that is, of course, is if the survivors do want, they can crank out through gens and at least stop the bleed and try and make sure that if they were to get a 4K, that the gap is not so wide. Will be very dependent on that. Looks like Nurse is going over and trying to down Alex, who seems to be going into middle. So it does look like Osaka will be camping out Vice for second stage. That is a very smart play. And a very common one that we have found thus far in COTF. It's why right now there are discussions that I'm having with other members of COTF around captains on having 2 DS as well as 2 BT, because this strategy has been used quite often. Now, as always mentioned, every hook state takes 60 seconds. And that is 60 seconds for survivors to be on gens. Honestly, if these survivors were smart, they would just crank out these generators. try and find Ruin, get a Gen 99, and pretty much just guarantee that they're able to apply some pressure in the late game. It's going to be rough, though. It's going to be rough, that is for sure. Vice only has 30 seconds left on Gen, and let's take a look at where everyone else is at. We see Vice on hook, we see Kieran going in, we see Candy and Alex. No one being on Gens, that does really concern me. For sample text here, as realistically speaking, they should at least have done one more Gen or try to hunt Ruin. Though it looks like, based on the aura that we're seeing, that Ruin is actually over there. And there is the body block. Very nicely done. That was actually beautifully played, I will not lie. Because they were able to body block the grab, having that second person pretty much eye-framed into them. So very nicely done. A good dodge by Alex. Nurse gonna lose some distance there. And will she go for that one blink? No, she's lost Alex completely. Alex running back in. Oh, trust me, if you miss a struggle skill check, I'll have many of questions. No doubts about that. Let me tell you what. What Samtex really needs to do here, I think, is to get Ruin ASAP. Because Nurse is going to be sitting in this 3-gen pretty religiously, I do think. Though is getting some distance here. Good attempt for a locker tech, but no dice on Kieran. You know, checking the locker just in case there's another survivor. You never know. Maybe there's two. Maybe a sneaky head-on play. And I imagine right away, Nurse going to hook here and go back for the 3-gen. Sure enough, she's going to check out Hill, see someone on it, going to go blink. And if there's one other person, let's say Vice on a gen somewhere, then that is great news there. Unfortunately, this Nurse is applying a good amount of pressure here. She is pretty efficient with these blinks and is not getting tripped up. She's doing very safe, short, mid-range blinks. And I think, honestly, that is what Nurse needs to do here. You see, Subjective, you haven't heard me in a chat. Like, I have very witty, punchy humor. And, ooh, no BT there on Candy. That will prove to be unfortunate. The question of the day now is, does Kieran have Decisive Strike? Though Nurse might not care at this point because she is going to go for the pickup on Candy instead. So at this point, Kieran's going to be either hoping for a Unbreakable or DS play. And it's possible that ST might have to go for a Hatch play at this point in time. I mean, realistically speaking, the biggest thing they need to do now is to go for a heal because Nurse is in such a strong position to where she can just sit on this hook with that slug right next by, and it's pretty much GG's. I mean, if they wanted to, they have a whole, what is it, on Candy, whole 90 seconds, give or take, to try and go for a gen. But it does look like they picked up Kieran. They waited out those 60 seconds, so no DS in play. They do get the heal. Kieran is now out of the game, however. And I would say at this point, like, as much as I would want, you know, being on sample text, for them to get a 2-3 man out, honestly, I think what they need to do is get one more gen. From there, be able to find Hatch and try and get a 1-man out to try and stop the bleeding. I mean, if this was any team, I think that'd be the right move, though it does look like Vice is going around trying to look for a Ruin, and it looks like Vice does get an eye for that piece of candy. Question of the day, though, is whether or not they're going to be able to capitalize since Alex is on the ground. Now, as we do see here, Unbreakable is in play, but will Nurse feel inclined to move away from the hook? And was Unbreakable already used? Oh, shoot. Unbreakable already may have been used. Ooh, that is rough. Now, Alex does potentially have some more outs here. Obviously, crawling away, trying to get the Nurse to pick up, but Nurse ain't having it. Slowly but surely. And this is going to prove to be quite interesting. I think at this point, they just need to honestly go for a gen. But Nurse is privy to that plan, sees Vice on the gen here, and Vice is now going to have to make a decision to try and pick up Alex. Because if they don't pick up Alex, Nurse is going to be on your tail throughout the entire match. There's the redown, and Nurse is not going to care whatsoever and go immediately for a chase on Vice again. Of course, Alex is going to be able to recover pretty quickly, and a nasty Poco sit right there. That was pretty horrid, I'm not going to lie. A bit of a whiff from Nurse there, getting hit on that hitbox. And, I mean, Alex is going to be recovered by the time Vice goes down, but Vice is in no man's land right now. We're just going to have to hope at this point that Vice is able to play out the Nurse and does a nice pallet drop, but not a great pallet vault, however. Yeah, that vault, I'm not sure if that was panic or what, but that did not work out well in their favor. And not to ruin the surprise, but unfortunately with Vice being killed there and Alex having Deliverance, which will never get used, that there will probably be the game. Unless Alex found Hatch. I did not even think that was going to be a thing. And then literally I was like, unless... Wow, GG, well played to Cerebral Assassins. Yeah, those hits, okay. Now you know, Vice. Now you know what it's like to play against you when you're freaking using your VPN. Oh, criminy. But yeah, no, in all seriousness, unfortunately because we have a mixture of, NA, EU, CA, obviously, ping can be a bit rough, so the Pocos Nurse was real that match, let's put it that way. Alright, alright. You thought she's gonna blink during fatigue? Where is the Nurse from? Because that's almost as bad as AU guy we played against. I'm pretty sure West Coast? Okay, well that makes sense, yeah. Yep, that makes sense to me. Alright, well let's... Oh, that's the wrong button. Oh, the wrong button. Well, let's jump into customs. And let's get D in here. And we're going to be playing a match of... What are we playing today? Could go Hag, it is Suffocation Pit. That is a good option, potentially. Let's see, there's Suffo Pit. Let's apply changes to that. And we also have... No, that... Why am I in freaking options? I want this options, not that options. Offerings are off. Alright, what do you have for a build? You don't want barbecue. We want unrelenting. And I should probably switch off, shouldn't I? Let me switch to phase scan while I'm fixing all this up. Wouldn't be a bad idea, would it? Alright, alright. Yes, please. I completely forgot about that as I'm killing next. What was the score after that match? Ooh, 12. Man, that is rough. I guess to be fair, they did not get the last couple of gens, even with that one escape saving them some points. Because that was what, 3 gens, 1 escape? Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, them are the breaks, to say the least. But that being said, 'tis my time to shine now. Let me get you the build real quick before I do forget. Alright. No worries, no worries. And there we go. Should be in the sample text channel now. Once you give me the go ahead, I will ready on up. All right. 39 points with all that camping. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that's why I know I've been having conversation with people that we should have 2DS and 2BT. I didn't think 2DS, 2BT was going to be necessary, but we have seen a decent amount of camping as of recent. So it does make sense that eventually you'll probably need to do so, especially on maps like Suffocation Pit, of course, which has a 3-gen on, you know, both sides that you can pretty much just camp, hook, camp, and progress. Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Need to reward fresh hook. The problem is, so I've gone through so many point iterations, and I can try again with season 1, maybe season 2, because season 1's going to come up pretty quick. The problem is by doing so, you want to reward fresh hook, but not so much to where there was a problem for awarding fresh hook too much. Who get out without being hooked. We tried a version of that. We actually tried a version of that, and there was a reason why we didn't stick with it. The reason being, if I'm not mistaken, was because there was some problems with the point values. Give less for progressions and more fresh hooks. But if you give less okay, that was the reason. That was the reason. If you give less for progressions, then guess what happens? Point starving. So camping, it's so hard to say. It's so subjective, and shut up subjective, for what is camping versus what is, you know, being in the area while there's someone nearby. So that's why there's no way to really penalize camping. The only way to penalize camping is to remove points from progressions and give it to first hook or fresh hooks, basically. But in order to do that, we'd have to avoid point starving, which was a major issue in Vigo's court. So that's the problem. You know, that's the biggest thing that we're gonna struggle with while I take a look at points again if we really want to. But that's the problem, is that point starving would be a thing. Do we just do the no telling, no camping rule sets and just let all survivors 4 out every game? No, we're not doing that. No. Bonus points to any survivor that doesn't get hooked seems fair. We could do that. The problem is with that is what we could do, man, the hard part there, right, is the no hook rule. The no hook bonus points. If we did no hook bonus points, then it could result in a situation to where survivors are getting a lot more points in comparison to killer. And killer is what struggles, but we have seen in COTF Season 0, killer's doing rather well. So I don't know. I'll have to give it some more thought. Season 1 is probably going to start in September at this point, because we're already about to be in August, right? We're August 1st tomorrow. August 8th will be our last match in the regular season. And then the 14th or the week after will be finals. So yeah. Problem is that you get 3 gens, 1 escape who didn't get hooked, and somehow only came out 12 points. I was interested in that myself. I think it's because the escapes are so little on the first one. It's a multiplier, not additive. It's multiplicative. That'd be the only thing that I can think of off the top of my head, because normally you don't see that, where 3 gens are done, then that, of course. So that'd be my main thought there of why that is. Let's double check here. I mean, this looks right to me. Yeah, because it's what, 2, 3, 4, and then 3, I think. Yeah. Well, so the biggest thing is, like, 1 out gives more than 4th out. 1 out gets more than 4th out, correct. Because basically it's rewarding survivors for getting... Oh, 1 out gives more than 4th out. So do it opposite? I see what you're saying. So 1st out is rewarded more. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm open for feedback. And I would say, rather than Twitch chat, DM it to me. Because, honestly, I always am willing to take a look at things and modify where necessary. Because I have seen many times now, and COTF, the camp to second stage is pretty much a strategy at this point. On one hand, you don't want to punish for being able to do so. On the other hand, you don't want to incentivize, and I feel right now there is a bit of an incentive to camp. Correct. Twitch chat is not the place to fix rules. You are correct. You are correct. But seriously, like, in all honesty, I am open to all feedback when it comes to points, when it comes to rules. DM it to me. Are we... Awesome. That's the case. Let's ready on up. No. But yeah, DM it to me in Discord, and I can respond to the reasons why we've either already tried it, or reasons why I'm against it, or show reasoning behind we possibly doing it. Because I have a scorecard that I can change values at any point in time, and can show, okay, here's what happens if there's this, and this happening. In COTF for Season 0, I attempted to make it so that a 2-hook 6K would be a draw against 2 survivors out. A 8-hook 1K would be a draw against 3 survivors out. And the reason for that being is, in many times that I've watched competitive play for Dead by Daylight, survivors have the advantage, right? So that's the biggest thing there, right? Is how do you balance it to where you want to give killers the power, give killers the power to potentially win or at least draw against good survivor teams, but not also incentivize what we're seeing, which is very camp-heavy gameplay. So I think I'm going to try... It's probably not going to be a change for Season 1. I can't promise that. I'll see if I can move some stuff around for points to decentivize camping, quote-unquote. Even then, I still think that there will be a return on investment that certain players and certain teams will take to camp to second stage. I don't think that's going to ever change at the end of the day, unfortunately. Well, so, and that's still a thing, though. We still have kill, survive, survive, kill format right now. Even now, Kieran, we still have that. So there's no way of avoiding that. We even tried survive, kill, kill, survive, and it didn't matter. No, we even tried kill, survive, and still, it didn't matter. We tried that so many times. We went through different iterations and trying to figure out, and literally, on paper, it makes sense that would actually matter, and it doesn't. It just straight up makes no difference. If it's kill, survive, survive, kill, or survive, kill, kill, what have you. Like, there's literally no difference. It's atrocious. But we tried to figure it out so many times. But yeah, what's up, Rugard? Alright, I bet you they're gonna wait out Corrupt Intervention. That's what I would do. So let's take a look around. Yeah, wait out Corrupt. Stick on this side of the map. Trying to see here. Yeah, we have a 4-gen to work with. So let's play over here. They'll probably hunt Ruin. Unfortunately, Ruin's in my corrupted area, which does suck. Because they can definitely find that quite easily. Yep, they're just gonna wait it out. I mean, it's a smart move, honestly. I wonder something. Is it possible? I might as well take a look. Crows have not gone off at all. They're probably in, like, back corners or something. Yeah, it's the right move. You go back. No one there. No one there. No one there. Yep. This is pain. Oh, hold on. Did I see someone? I could have sworn I just saw a little bit of a survivor. You give me something, guys. You're not waiting on corrupt fully. Oh, crows come back in 20 seconds. Just know where they are. Alright, so first chase of the game, 2 minutes in. Holy hell in a handbasket. Let's go for the hit. Let's continue on Osaka. Push them into our other 3-gen. Good firecracker. I think we're still able to navigate this area pretty well. The question then becomes, which side do we want to protect? This side over here, or the other side? We know what side they're already on. They're not on any of these gens. So we know they're on that gen there, but on that gen there. Well, this is pain. This is painful. You see the injure. Could have sworn I saw Osaka. I did see Osaka. Yep. Maybe? No, I did not. No, I did. That's blood. So I did see Osaka. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, that's actually where I want you. This is actually exactly where I want you. Except you brought me to another survivor sprint burst. That's less than ideal, however. And now I need to be careful. Because officially, 1 3-gen has been broken. So 1 3-gen has been broken. The other 3 gens, 4 gens over here. So now we need to be a bit more careful. So now we down you. Basement is here. We need to go over the logs ASAP. Let's put you in the basement, because that's going to be really helpful. Normally I don't like basement on Pyramid Head, but here it's actually pretty good. They might get logs, but we still have a 3-gen to work with. Yeah, we still have a 3-gen to work with. So, honestly, what we do now, we just sit on the 3-gen and call it a day. Hit you. Just try and get as many points as possible. I see them going down the basement. There's that hit. Sprint burst? Was that 99 that entire time? Nicely done on that. Good bait. They got caught on geometry. It's down you. Alright, let's leave you slug for a moment. Yep, that's what I was concerned about. Let's get a hit in, then let them reset. This will mean that there's less time on gens. Upsy daisy, Claudia. So we're just going to play basement now. That's the right move. We have our 3-gen. There's 1 gen on the far side. They need to break the 3-gen to win. That's 1 hook each. And this gen is in no man's land too, which is good news. Let's break this. There's D. There's Kate. We'll prioritize the gen first. You don't want to get tormented. We go for you. You don't have BT unless that was a second wind. So because you don't have DS possibly, we'll go for you, down you. And now we can just cage you, avoiding DS entirely, even if that's Deliverance. Normally if I see someone broken, I don't touch. But with the cage, we don't have to worry. That also sends them to the other side of the map, which is excellent. Will you choose to get tormented? You will not. I hear them on that gen back there. I can't ignore that fact. Torment. Make mid-vault. And the nice thing about that uncage unclawed is they're still broken all the while. Alright, no one's on gens back here. So we're good. We can go out a bit. Not too much, though. I have to be careful. We'll let them reset. Go back to gens. %10 regression. Yep, I made the right move. Osaka's here. So let's go for Osaka. Tormented. Lovely stuff. He vaults. No pallet. Good bait on the vault. Let's hit you. I don't need to cage you right now. Let's put you in basement. And then when Osaka comes off a hook, I can also cage them and actually can kill them out of the match. That would be the play. Okay, there goes Ruin finally. That was to be expected. We now have Pop available to us instead. All gens over here in my 3 gen are currently dead though, so we're good. We see scratch marks coming towards. We see Claudette. We'll get our hit. They have to reset. That moves them off of gens. We go for Kate now. We actually see additional scratch marks further up. Probably going for the unhook. Nope, they're on the gen. We see Kate here. We're gonna quote-unquote chase. There's Kate. It's gonna force someone to go down in basement while injured. So far, nothing. Yep, you guys... Interesting. I want to point something out. Osaka's timer is going down wicked slow. You know what that means? Camaraderie. You know what that also means? I think someone's on this gen. No. Camaraderie definitely was activated. That timer's going down wicked slow. Regress that. Yeah, camaraderie is seen quite often in comp. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But Osaka's out. We see scratch marks going in. There is Nia. Let's go for you. Let's get the hit. You're gonna dive back to middle. Biggest thing is we can't commit the chase unless we push them into an area that we can quickly get it down. Areas like that are not that. This area as a dead zone, absolutely though. We'll go for a couple, and then go for the pallet. Alright, I know that Claude went over here. Not crazy. And you're far enough out from middle, I can chase this. I can 110% chase this with all 3 injured. They need to desperately reset. They vault in. Yep, we'll go for these 2. Going for Shaq. Good bait. Next problem is that if I commit to Nia here, they're going to go for gens. Speaking of, we see scratch marks going for gens as we speak. So now that they're injured and they're in my 3-gen, we can catch them out of position. Yep, they're on hill. So now we can catch Kate out of position. This is perfect. This is exactly what we want. No pallets here. We've already broken this one. So now we're going to put you in basement again. And we're back to where we started, pretty much. They healed D, or D healed themselves. I'm not sure which. I'm going to go for that gen on the corner first, and then the hill. Those are the 2 with the most progress. There's a 10% regression. That is 8 seconds off that generator. We're going to quickly hit, and then go back. I mean, when you have basement in the middle of your 3-gens, you're in a very good spot. That's the thing. And that was something that Cerebral Assassins was mentioning when we're talking about, you know, incentivized camping and whatnot, is that, especially with a 3-gen here, I'm not base camping, but I'm definitely zoning them out so they can't get a safe unhook. And so, when you keep that in mind, you know, that's the thing. You can just kind of grind out value bit by bit, as long as you're playing safe. So, for example, I see 2 people here. I can go to the other side of the map now, because I know they're healing. So now we can go for Claudette, for example, and Jungle Gym. If they want to go for the unhook, that's 2 people injured on my 3-gen. So, it's hard. It's hard. To the right instead of the left. So you're going to try and keep my attention while they go for the unhook. That would be the ideal. Yep, and that's exactly what happened. Sometimes you also need to know when a team's baiting you like that, and that was bait. Hit you. I mean, Pyramid Head is an AT killer for a reason. And now we play the game again. They have to mend. We see scratch marks going towards the gen. And then going away. Yeah, they went towards then away. So let's pop this out of existence. Once again, they get put into a scenario to where they need to go for an unhook while injured. So far nothing. Just gonna check over here. Take a quick listen for someone injured. See if any crows have been disturbed. There have not. It's very possible that I actually stayed in my 3-gen to go heal. Take a look. Alright, there's one healed. That gen has no progress. And D's on second stage now. Oh, there they are on Shaq. That's Kate. Which means Claude probably went out the other way. Hatch is here. Great news. So where'd Claude go? That's my question. I don't see Claude. There's scratch marks. Okay. Yep, so they're going for the unhook now. They're on logs. And there's Claude. Excellent. That's exactly what I want to see. They have to double back now. And let's see. I think we commit to Claude. I don't think there's any reason not to. They have 10 seconds to get to D. Yep, they don't reach in time. There's a Torment. And your final judgment, you're on Death Hook. But we know where Hatch is. Hold on, just want to confirm the location. I just want to confirm the location, because when Final Judgment happens, it's going to be instantaneous. It's going to be instantaneous Mori to Hatch. Yep. And they're both on the same side. Excellent. Scratch marks. Scratch marks going where? They were here. Imagine they're still in that area. Oh, are these not on the same side of the map like I thought they were? They might be. They are. Okay, we're fine. Just barely. That was what's known as Final Judgment. They were tormented on Death Hook. And now we just chase out until either I hook them or the entity does. Correct. Death Hook, and then it's the cage, basically. Perfect. Final Judgment. And that's the game. There we go. GG, well played to these survivors. Woo! There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, thankfully, we were able... We had to hold down our 3-gen. We saw our 4th gen go out quite early, but we had that 3-gen sitting there for such a long time, and all we needed to do was to hit, then let them go, reset, hit, let them go, reset, and only chase when we knew that we could keep them contained. And so that is a way to win comp. Did we zone out basement? Absolutely. But we made use of basement in such a way that we didn't need to sit on it, but to zone it out. And I would say that's very similar to what we're seeing Nurse do. Obviously, Nurse was a bit more in your face. But yeah, so it is a good match. With that being said, I am not playing this next match, so we're going to reset lobby. So I do believe, Vice, my boy, if you have the lobby ready, I will join you. And this next match is going to be on the Blood Lodge. And out of curiosity, Draft, after that match, what are the point totals?
Cerebral Assassins has 53 and Sample Text has 64.
So pretty close, pretty close.
Pretty close, yep.
So at that point in time, we're now at 11-point match with Sample Text 2 advantage. And much like how, obviously, you know, getting people out is worth a lot of points, so is killing. I think maybe the best way to look at it is that COTF is a killer-sided league, which I don't think is a bad thing. Because I find that survivors, personally, as someone who plays both, survivors are a lot stronger than killer in most cases. If you play super efficiently, but with that being said, honestly, we've seen in COTF that killers have definitely taken the main stage. But let's get the survivors up in here. Thank you, TH. I appreciate it. Whew. Man, that was a close one, honestly. Santa Claus will reward you well. As long as it's not Krampus. I don't know what any toys Krampus has in his back pouch, crate, whatever that's on his back, but I don't want whatever's in there. But we got our second killer match for sample text on the Blood Lodge. And this here, since sample text is in the lead, does Sunny not make the lobby? Sunny made the lobby. So Sunny's made the lobby. You're all good. Don't worry. No NA ping. No NA ping. What was I gonna say? Words were coming out, and then they weren't. Oh, yes. So, this could potentially be the swan song for CA. With sample text being in the lead right now, if sample text were to get, I believe, at this point, 45 points, give or take. 45 points, give or take. So basically, if Vice closes out the game without anyone escaping, give or take, I'm pretty sure this will result in a win for sample text. Will I play Pyramid Head again? No. It's only one killer can be used, or the killer can only be used for the entire season. So since Pyramid Head was used, I cannot use Pyramid Head again. And I'm not killing, I'm just currently sitting on killer so that they don't ready up before the ref giraffe confirms builds. We've had that happen on a few occasions, so it's always better safe than sorry. He's playing Basement Bubba? I mean, Basement Bubba is a move. We did technically, okay, I have to say this, technically, we did play Basement Pyramid Head. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm pretty sure almost all of my hooks, actually, wait, were all of my hooks in Basement? True, no Insidious, but I'm pretty sure all of my hooks were in Basement. I caged out a few times, but yeah, that's funny. Oh, that's great. Basement Pyramid Head in comp. Who would have thunk it? Has anyone played Trapper? Literally, for craps and giggles, yes. But not for serious play. Basement Pyramid Head destroys comp squad. So we're probably gonna put Basement Pyramid Head in comp and see what people say. Rock, paper, scissors.
Can you tell Vice in lobby chat that I need his build?
Yes.
Thank you.
Vice and build to ref. Welcome back, Beast. Welcome back. Gil, you're disgusting. I'm unfollowing. It's fine. He's perkless, Adamless, Basement Bubba. Indeed, indeed. He's gonna be guarding that one chest. The goal of the game has changed from escaping to getting the one chest in Basement. If you can accomplish that, you win. You win all COTF. That's it. Oh my word. That'd be funny if there's a way to do that. I mean, theoretically, I think there theoretically could be a way to try and play around that one chest with Bubba in Basement. It'd be dicey for sure.
We're good to go.
Awesome. Looks like we are good to go. Security Bubba. What if we did COTF minigame? We could. We could do like a... I know like Vigo's Court did a subathon. Did like minigames or like mini tournaments. We could do something like that. I've had some ideas about that before. Like have games within the games. That would be kind of fun. Obviously like Sandbagger Friends. You know, get basement chest. Stuff like that. We'll gather some ideas for sure. New movie Paul Blart Basement Cop featuring the cannibal. Now I just want a freaking Paul Blart Mall Cop uniform from Bubba. Justin Farkle said he got the chest ones from a Bubba. We should have a losers bracket to see who is third and fourth. Maybe. It's hard to schedule that. Season 1, we'd probably do so. So like second place from Saturday, second place from Sunday face each other. We could do that. We could do that. Yeah, I might. But we are jumping on in, and let's see. 'Tis no surprise to anyone on sample text, but we got a nurse. So Mr. Viceplin here on the nurse. The question of the day is, let's see how Cerebral Assassins does respond. What comp is this? This is COTF, Champions of the Fog. This is actually my own personal competitive Dead by Daylight league that I am commissioner and primary host of. So that being said, Vice is struggling to find a survivor early on here. I am imagining that these survivors do something very similar to what they did to me, which is wait out corrupt intervention. And to be fair, it worked out well for them in game 1. There were 2 full minutes of time where I was unable to get into a single chase. It wasn't until the very end where we really started to snowball pressure. So I think that's exactly what they're going to do here as well. Yep, COTF is my league. I am the commissioner. The brain that is my brainchild. But Vice still looking around here. Honestly, you know, it is a possible idea to look in basement. I know I looked there myself, or I looked in main building. Look in basement. Basement was, sorry, I looked in shack, not main building. But, you know, if basement's in Blood Lodge, that might not be a half bad idea, depending. But looks like, oh, I did see someone in the distance, but looks like Vice did not. So that's going to be punishing. Yeah, I saw someone over by that corrupted gen, just barely. I mean, basement's a very common place to wait out corrupts. We've seen it happen many of times. We've seen Victor kind of camp out basement for that exact reason when someone plays twins. But no one down there. And at this point, I don't know. I genuinely think that, you know, the corrupt wait out's going to be very strong against a nurse. Against someone like Pyramid Head, a bit different. But Nurse, it's very punishing because she has to fatigue whenever she's moving. But she gets a beautiful, beautiful hit there on Claudette and will be in chase almost immediately. And let's see. No dice there. Good fake out from the Claudette. But looks like Vice is going to still be in chase. And good pallet stun. I'm a little bit surprised. We did hear that blink happen, but they still took a stun to face. We got 3 out because we waited out full corrupt. I mean, it's a good plan for Nurse. It really is punishing for most killers, but I think especially Nurse to wait out corrupt intervention like that. Vice, on the other hand, does get this down at this point in time. So very nicely done. Unfortunately, nope, Ruin is still up. But we do see a Tinkerer out in the distance. Will Vice be able to get there in time? One of the big issues with Nurse and COTF, or rather, quote-unquote, issues, is the fact that Nurse does not have range add-ons available to them. I would probably speak for most survivors that Nurse without range is a good thing. What I am surprised about, however, is seeing Kate on that generator next to Ruin, but having not touched Ruin. Odd. That's an odd decision. Maybe they're afraid of a haunted ground, potentially. That'd be my main thought process there. They're afraid of haunted. And just wanted to see maybe it was Devour. But I am surprised. They very clearly know where Ruin is at this point in time. But they opted to not go for it. Vice looking back in this corner, seeing if there's someone hiding there. And there is the Claudette out of nowhere. I don't know if that was a hunch or what, but I, for one, did not see him. So very nicely done. There is a DS here. But realistically speaking, that's not going to mean much against a Nurse. 5 seconds of distance. What is that to a Nurse but 1 or 2 blinks? 'Tis nothing but a sweat. And we do see 2 gens up. Free tunnel, D is out. Alright. Well, let's see here. If we're taking a look at these gens, I'm pretty sure Vice has a 3-gen here that they could theoretically protect with that hook there. Oh, free tunnels, DS is out. Gotcha. I was like, free D's is out? I'm like, that one guy D? That one guy D's not out. Are you gonna tell him? But yeah, I think the right move here, with Ruin being there, 3 gens being nearby, would be to kind of wait out this area for Death Hook. I don't think that Vice wants to stay too close, however, as there's that gen on the left that they very well could be working on. And as we did mention, that looks to be the case. But a very good hit by Vice on Osaka. Will he commit to the chase? I think he should. There's 15 seconds left on that unhook. And honestly, if I was Vice, knowing the point at which these gens were, I would honestly go for Osaka over the unhook, but maybe he wants to go back for Ruin. I would honestly have taken a peek if he wanted to, but doesn't look to be the case. So I think, honestly, that was a mistake. Because we're going to see progress on gens now. We're going to see Osaka reset. And I think that may have been a poor decision on Vice's part. That gen looks to have 2 people on it. There's a hit. But no dice. That gen did not get popped off, and Vice looking desperately for this Kate, but is not able to track her all too well. Looks like they were able to interrupt another person on a gen, however. Once again, 2 people nearby. Imagine they're going to transfer. That is Osaka, and another down for the nurse. Interesting that Osaka, I didn't think that it was Osaka on that gen. I'll be honest, I didn't see blood to indicate as much, but appears it was. Honestly, if I'm looking at these gens, there are 4 gens left. If I am Vice, I go back for that Ruin right now and ensure no one pops it. Because if you keep a 3-gen with Ruin, you're golden. I mean, you saw what I could do with 3-gen and a pop. But imagine 3-gen and a Ruin, you're golden. So, Vice obviously seeing some scratch marks, trying to box out these survivors while Saka is on first hook. Trying to potentially get them to second stage. I would say still wants to be careful about that back gen. Doesn't want to leave it too exposed for too long. Taking a quick peek, taking a line of sight. And I think this is the right move. Just sit on this. Yep, pretty much wait until second stage. And at that point in time, you know, punish these survivors. Yep, there's second stage. Perfect timing. And now they have a 3-gen to work with. I mean, like I said, I think survivors might be in a very similar position to what I was in last game, to where we were able to, for all intent and purpose, you know, stick to the 3-gen and that's it. Now, question of the day, do they go for Osaka or they go for Claudette? Obviously, DS is already out of the game, and a little bit too short of a blink to make it over that wall. If I was Vice, I would go back for Osaka, and that is exactly what he does. No BT, no DS. That is Tink over on Blood Lodge, and honestly, I don't think it really matters. But looks like Vice is going to play a bit daring. Honestly, if I was him, I would just go for my 3-gen call it a day with Osaka out of the game, but looks like he will commit to the gen instead. So that does work out. I mean, that shows the power of Nurse being able to travel 20 meters on that first blink pretty freely. And unfortunately, that engine block of Bus, just a little bit too thick for Nurse to blink through. Good hit, and that's a hard blink too on those stairs to try and get that elevation. Amazing prediction blink there. Honestly, saw them on the corner. They then had to make a 50-50 play. Do I go through Bus or do I double back? They chose the double back, which honestly was the wrong move. As we saw earlier on with that Bus, blinking through that engine, it's actually a little bit difficult because the hitbox is a little bit larger than one would think. Vice, take a look around, and good time to do so as they do appear to be on this 3-gen. And with only 2 survivors left, if Vice is able to get these last 2 survivors out, I think that will be the swan song for CA. You see Vice tracking them through the trees. A decent double back there by Kate, but Vice just getting that blink through the rocks, and Vice then has to make a decision. Do they slug out and go for the 4K? And we do hear Jen here. Looks like they did make a mistake, and Nia is injured on the T&L wall. But good moves there by that one guy D, doubling back on the right time. But I think this is all for naught unless Kate has Unbreakable. I think that's going to be it. And just like that, that there is a 4K for Vice. And this here will close out the match. Yo, what's up, Simple? How goes it? Now, I think Vice is doing a smart thing here, waiting out Deliverance. But I wanna... That's a really good question. Does Camaraderie activate while someone is on the ground? I'm curious on that. I actually don't know. Because technically they are in the vicinity, aren't they? Well, looks like D hasn't attempted to Kobe yet. There's only second... Oh, you're right. Second stage. You're right. Yep. I was like, wait a second. But it does work on the ground. Okay, that's good to know. So that one guy D, if he has Deliverance, now's the time to use it. To be fair, I think the time to use it would have been when Vice was picking up Kate off the ground. And given that they haven't, and Vice now sitting here just waiting it out, I think that will result in a 4K. And this is pretty much a mirror of our first match, Nurse and all. We have 3 gens done. We have 4K in the game. And that will pretty much be a mirror tit for tat without the hatch escape. With that being said, that there'll be the match for the Nurse. GG, well played to Cerebral Assassins and Vice Blue. Interesting. Camaraderie is active as long as in range, of course, during second stage, not first stage. I for some reason forgot about that fact for a moment. Well, with that being said, if I'm not mistaken, that will be the nail in the coffin. I'll have Giraffe confirmed for me, though. What are the points at the end of that match?
Score is Cerebral Assassins with 62, and Sample Text with 116.
So 62 to 116, and survivors can get a total of 50 points? Pretty sure? 50? 50 sounds right.
Yes.
So in that case, even
But they're
if...
killing again.
Oh, they're killing. Oh, wait. In that case... Oh, they can still win if they get a perfect score of no gens.
Yes, if they get a perfect score with no gens, they can win.
Okay, so in other words, CA... No, they can win. They can barely win since they're killing. Because 56 points on killer, they would need a perfect score with no wins. Is it possible? Yes. Is it likely? No. But we have seen it. We actually did see it with High Overlord against CA on Ormond with High Overlord getting a 4K on 5 gens. But because of that, they got progression states, which would get them less points. So it's unlikely. It's highly unlikely that they'll be able to. With that being said, let me jump on in to that one guy D's lobby. Yeah, they can literally progress a stage and they'll probably lose. Correct. So let's go and invite Sample Text for this last match. They can actually tie even if one gen is done, forcing a tiebreaker. Really?
Yes. I actually checked that. If one gen is done and they have a perfect game, it's a tie.
So 1 gen done tiebreaker, but that would mean that they can't get any progression states.
Yes, I believe so. I didn't like double check everything, but yeah, perfect game on full 12 votes.
Wow,
with one
this
gen is a tie.
This is possibly one of the few times. This is impressive, actually. I want to say this is very impressive. It's 56 points for Killer. If we get 1 gen, they're too far behind. It's 56 points. I do think this is one of the few times where I think survivors could point starve. Like, I don't think they need to, realistically speaking, but theoretically speaking, this is one of the very few times with my scoring system that survivors could point starve because of how many points there are. It's close enough to where it's possible for them to win. CA, that is. Cerebral Assassins to win if they were to get a perfect game with as few progressions as possible. Is that likely? No. If they rush 2 gens fast, they just can leave the game. Correct. Theoretically speaking, they could just get 2 gens done, they win. So it's not, there's no reason to point starve at the end of the day. Realistically speaking, they could just do 2 gens. They all 4 set on separate gens at the start. We're going to assume Corrupt Invention's up. They all 4 set on separate gens, and 1 person gets on chase. They make it just barely long enough, and 1, 2, 3, game's over. For all intent and purpose. Obviously, I imagine that both Sample Text and Cerebral Assassins wants to play the game through and through, so even if they were to lose, obviously they're going to play it through and through. And split on gens, do different gens, and pressure them. Yep, pretty much. That's all they need to do at this point. That's all they need to do. Once they have accomplished that, the game is over. So it'd be 1 gen that Sample Text could do, and then they need a perfect game from Killer's side, which means a 12-hook game. Which means if Sample Text does 1 gen, and then just suicides, then the game's over. Here's a strat, everyone escape, ready break. I mean, more or less, the name is kind of indicative. You are a survivor. You want to, well, survive. As death is not an escape, however. So, wicked close match at the end here, but just a little bit out of reach for Cerebral Assassins. So what comes? Why the name Sample Text? I'm pretty sure the team randomly chose that last minute. Like, I'm not even joking. Wasn't it you, Kieran, who chose it for Vigo's court? It's like random. Here's the strat team. Step 1, don't die. Step 2, I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. Survivors in a nutshell, yeah. Imagine wanting to survive. I don't want to survive. Death is an escape. Don't listen to guilt. You know, I'm just the entity. Don't worry. Oh, crime name. But some really good matches on both sides. Really good nurse play first round. Obviously, there was myself. I won't comment on myself. And then some really good nurse play by Vice that 3rd round. And we're going to be seeing what that one guy D brings to the table for this 4th round. I mean, I do imagine they're going to bring a throwaway killer, but, you know, this is the 2nd to last round of the league. They might just bring out something just to, you know, play it out. Have some fun. That's how the entity looks, indeed. Nice bushy beard. Thank you much for the hydrate, TH. Appreciate you. I played good old Pyramid Head. I was the judge, jury, and executioner for Cerebral Assassins. In fact, I was a basement Pyramid Head, believe it or not. I still love that every single hook was in basement. That was, like, once I realized, like, huh, that's funny. To be fair, it was a basement in my 3-gen. There's very little you could do at that point. As long as I paid attention to them baiting me, I could always go back for the unhook, punish them for it, without issue. With that being said, Giraffe, out of curiosity, are we good on builds?
I'm just waiting on one more.
Alright, no worries. Yeah, no, I'll be putting up the VOD for Basement Pyramid Head, don't you worry. We want cookies first, though? Cookies are good. You want cookie? You know, you can only have cookies. You can only bring cookies to stream if you have enough to share for everyone. What kind of cookie? Personally, for me, my favorite is white chocolate macadamia nut, but I know a ton of people do not like white chocolate. For me, it is one of my favorites. Any soft cookies? Soft cookies good. Peanut butter cookies also really good. You have
Here,
VIP.
good to go.
All right, looks like we are good to go for this last match. Yep, you have VIP TH because you redeemed first, second, or third. It's a little bit of a way just to show my appreciation for you being some of the first people on stream. You can get Survivor Pudding instead. It's quite salty though, just a heads up. Like soft sugar cookies, ooh, those are good too. Some nice soft sugar cookies. You know what's also like a low-key, some of the best cookies that like as a child I just craved? You know the like holiday cookies? Whether that be Halloween or Christmas cookies, like those cookies that you get in the freaking roll and you would cut up and put in the oven that have like the pumpkin on it. Like those are low-key some of the best cookies. Like, I don't know why. It's probably just because there's a huge amount of saturated fats and butters and sugar. But my God, those cookies are amazing. I don't know what they do to them. Give me soft cookies and give me milk and I'm happy. Seriously, I'm right there with you. Even better yet, give me some soft cookies and hot chocolate. Good stuff. Chocolate chip slaps. Chocolate chip is good. What's one Snickerdoodle? Snickerdoodle also really good. Cookies are just good. Let's put it that way. There's not many bad cookies out there, as long as you're actually taking it seriously. Now I want hot chocolate. The real question is, do you make your hot chocolate with water like a heathen or milk like an actual human? Like, are you heathen or human? Choose. Water or milk? Good. Use milk. We're talking about dessert. Now this is my favorite subject. Is this game killer or survivor-sided? Survivor-sided. Comp. So this league might be more killer-sided, but in general, Dead by Daylight is survivor-sided, hands down. And it looks like that one guy D bringing out a Spirit. Who was it? I saw someone mention Spirit. Whoever it was, congratulations, you are right on the money. And Spirit already finding a survivor out in the distance. Looks like Sampletech's not choosing to do the same thing that CA did and wait out. But Spirit phase walking to them and immediately losing line of sight. So that will prove to be quite unfortunate. Scratch marks to the right that they did not see, but they did find Candy hiding out at that car. You know, trying to see if those keys were still in the ignition, but no dice there. Will Candy drop pallet? They do, and they get a Spirit stun out of phase walk. Nicely done. Unfortunately, they are heading towards a dead zone, and looks like Haunted Ground is now activated. A little bit of a misfire there on that pallet, but Spirit now needs to make a decision. Do you go for Haunted Ground value or go for the hook? It looks like she's choosing for Haunted Ground value and does get it. Nicely done. Once again, if D is able to get a, then they will be able to claim the win. Not going to be easy, but it is not impossible. Looks like they are going for the pickup here. And we still see Candy on the ground with Haunted Ground up for another roughly 10 seconds. And looks like D must have gotten a little bit overzealous with that that hook in basement. You know, realistically speaking, they did drop the survivor. So that makes a ton of sense to me. Honestly, if I'm D here, just go for the hook on Candy and at least save face. I mean, realistically speaking, Iron Will, very strong now, however. And Lucky Break, not perks that you see in comp too often. They're good, don't get me wrong, but they're not really staples of comp. Looks like Spirit looking around. And there goes Ruins. So these survivors taking their time, trying to whittle out these totems early on. And we do see what looks to be Kieran on this gen. And we do see a pop in play. And let's see. Still no unhook yet on Candy. Speaking of, there it is. And will Spirit go for the unhook, or will they go for Kieran? Looks like they get turned around and almost lose Kieran, but almost ain't good enough. And Kieran is able to get some momentum over to the next pallet. I imagine that they'll probably pre-drop it. Nope, they actually play the vault instead. Very cheeky play. Trying to see if Spirit's gonna try and swing at the window, but Spirit being privy to that thought and going for the pocket there instead. At this point in time, you know, Spirit doesn't have much info to go off of, but does hear Gen on Blood Lodge and taking a wild swing, trying to see if they can get that hit, but no dice, and Vice is now in chase. We see Vice using Blood Lodge to their fullest, but they need to somehow get out of this area so that way they can go for the unhook on Kieran, if in instance they are looking to do so. There's that early pallet drop. Do we see the vault as well? We do not, and instead Vice will take a hit. We see a pallet coming up, but it's a pretty weak pallet, all things considered. A second gen does pop off, and I do believe, based on the point totals, that will be a win for Sampletex at this point in time. But, of course, D is going to give it his all and try and play out this game to its fullest, and does an amazing job at predicting Vice's movement and gets the down. We do see a full reset of survivors, and I do imagine that I already know where D is going to go. Probably going to go for that pop on that back corner. We do see the phase walk in going immediately thereafter. Makes sense to me. But little to no progress on the gen, though we do see scratch marks indicating survivors are still here, however. More scratch marks, and looks like D did lose them. Yep, tonight is going to be Legacy versus Tormund Zach at 6 p.m. Gonna be joined by Vile Vega as my co-host. See a hit on Dragon's Wrath, and there was someone on this gen. Looks like Kieran with a sprint burst, and I think D making the right decision to just ignore. The biggest thing about sprint burst is that once you see it as a killer, you need to pretty much just ignore it outright. You're not going to catch up in time unless you are a mobility-based killer like Legion, like Blight. Blight especially can just really punish you, and unfortunately, Spirit is a 110 killer out of phase walk, meaning that you are in trouble if you're going to be trying to go for that vault hit, and unfortunately D does not connect because of it. So far, no information to where Dragon's Wrath went. Yep, Spirit is a 110 killer. You wouldn't think of it because of her phase walk, but that's kind of the give and take of Spirit. They did use their two strongest killers, but at this point in time, you know, this is going to be the end of the league. So you're okay. You're okay. Nope. Or they're okay, rather. Looks like Spirit once again phase walking, trying to mind game this pallet, and does get the mind game. Nicely done. Is it the finals? This is round 6 out of 7. CA has one more match out of this, but I believe they have a losing record with no chance of reaching the finals as the Vision champs. Phase is 176. Thank you. I actually didn't know what phase was. This is the second last week of the season. So like I said, round 6 out of round 7. Next Saturday, Sunday is the last set of rounds. And let's take a look-see. Or rather, sorry, this Sunday, next Saturday is the last round. This is the last match or set of matches for round 6, however. I have to get my weeks confused. And we do hear Vice on this pallet where we did see that mind game earlier, but unfortunately missing on that hit. And we'll see Vice going for the vault from the looks of things, but D deciding not to go for it, instead go for either the tunnel. No, yeah, maybe. They're trying to figure out what they're gonna do. It looks like they are gonna go for the tunnel off a hook. I will mention that there's a bit of a dangerous play because we do take note that Kieran is the obsession, and you have more of a chance of getting or being the obsession if an instance that you have DS. So I would imagine that Kieran has that in hand, and looks like Sampletech's trying to confuse the spirit between noise notifications as well as different scratch mark paths. And Spirit does end up losing Kieran, so very nicely done between those two plays. But Kieran does get found out of nowhere. Honestly, I'm quite surprised they're still in that corner. Probably just waiting out, trying to get Spirit to go away and come again another day, but no dice. And looks like they are able to gain some distance. I mean, this is a pretty long chase. We do see the last gen pop. We do see Alex trying to take a body block, and G getting a very nice vault there. And Kieran trying to get some window tech, but no dice. And this will at least be a 3-man out. Absolutely. He's trying to push off Alex because Alex is going to try and come in with a firecracker save and just barely misses it. With Kieran out of the game, I do imagine that we're already going to see exit gate open here on the left, and this should be a 3-man out. In fact, though, I believe they might not split exit gate pressure. Looks like they're on that side, and I'm willing to bet I already know what's going on here. I'm willing to bet that Alex has deliverance. Not that it matters, because once again, Spirit's a 110 killer. She's just walking, sauntering over to these survivors. And she has no way of getting this next down. And of that being said, GG, well played to Sample Text and Cerebral Assassins. That there will be the nail in the coffin and the swan song for them, though, as Sample Text will be winning, I believe, close to, what would that be, like 150? 150 points? Let's see what Giraffe says.
Cerebral Assassins had 84 and Sample Text had 154.
That was pretty close. So with that being said, Sample Text is the winner of today's match. So GG, well played today. Congratulations to Sample Text and GG to Cerebral Assassins. And looking forward to seeing them play again soon. Yo, what's up, Azar? How goes it? How goes it? With that being said, I am debating something. So, all right. So I have a lot going on today. All right. So we're moving out. So this is the end of our COTF stream. That's said and done. Now we're going back to the Guildspire stream. And congrats to Mr. Guildspire as well. Thank you, Simple. Thank you, thank you. So here's the question of the day. Do I continue to stream or not? Might go for another 30 minutes. Don't forget to take off perk cover. Thank you. I appreciate the heads up. And also, I need to check your thing. Your whatchamacallit. So I'll do that momentarily. Alright. So let me check your Discord message. Let me take a look at what happened in COTF. I feel like I missed something. So far, okay. Just wanted to make sure I saw that. See, Travesty. Alright, I'll have to read this later. That's a bit longer. We got auto message and sample text. We're good there. And Cerebral Assassins. We're good there. Alright. Is our game going to be streamed? Ocean, you are UA versus How Do We Get Here. It will not be streamed on my end, whether that be here or COTF. I don't know if we have another person to stream it. If there is a host available, then yes. Otherwise, it will just be the ref. Which I think the ref for today's stream is Vile Vega. Which, actually, Fire Gems. Do you want to stream UA's match? I don't know if you're available. If you are, you can. If you want to stream UA's match and commentate with Vile Vega as ref. Because they're reffing the 4 o'clock. Yeah, it's in 30 minutes. If you want to commentate, host, and have Vile Vega ref with you. Vega's not replying in VC. I mean, he knows. Excuse me. He knows he's the ref for 4 o'clock. I'm just gonna put that out there. He knows full and well. If he doesn't, I'm gonna take his cookies away. Yelling his name? Gotcha. So, if you want to, you can. So, Ocean, if it's gonna be streamed, it's probably gonna be streamed by Fire Gems. Just want to confirm. Are you gonna do that? Yes, no? Maybe Nature Calls? Potentially. Not wrong. Alright, so question now stands. I think, and it'll be likely from Vega's Twitch. Gotcha. Okay. So we're gonna wait on Vega. I'm trying to get his reply. I'm calling him. Sounds good, Fire Gems. Alright, just let me know. Keep us up to date. So I have, let's see. I have a jam-packed day. So also we had our match today from 1 to 3:30. From 6 to 8, I have COTF over on the COTF stream. That'll be Legacy versus Torment. Torment has to win by default because Legacy had a roster issue, but they're going to play an exhibition match. Then I think I'm going to play or stream again. I'm gonna probably stream a second time here from 9 to 3. So I think, because of how much time I have, or how much little time I have, I'm going to call this stream here. I'm gonna go raid someone though. Let's go raid people. Who is live right now? Isn't Sergeant Fidget? Sergeant Fidget's a COTF player. They're a member of CA who we just played against. Let's go raid Sergeant Fidget. Let's do that. Message Fire answer sounds good. Raid Fire. I don't think Fire's live yet. Is Fire live? No, Fire's not live. So we're gonna go raid Sergeant Fidget. Alright, guys. So, if that being said, I'm going to take a break. I have a lot of streaming to do today. Our stream's 2.5 hours. I'm going to probably stream another 2.5 hours later. And then another 6 hours? Yeah, 6 hours. So, that's going to be 11 hours today. We're going to do 11 hours of streaming. Yeah. So, that sounds like a long day to me. With that being said, on that note, guys, I'm going to be ending the stream here. As always, if you did enjoy the show, please make sure to hit that follow button. If you haven't already, though, check out our Extra Life campaign. We're trying to help your kids at Sanford Children's Hospital here in Fargo, North Dakota. On that note, guys, I'll be seeing you later on COTF at 6 p.m. CST, and then again over here at 9 p.m. CST. Bye-bye!